Welcome to the Plymouth Radio Hour. An early Christmas present to you all listening out there. We're glad you've tuned in to this broadcast of A Christmas Carol, story by Charles Dickens, brought to you by the Plymouth Radio Players. Ladies and gentlemen, gather around your radios now and bring all the children up close to hear this peculiar ghost story. And may the spirit of Christmas be present in your house this year.
Scrooge, Ebenezer, Scrooge.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save our souls from Satan's power when we were gone astray. And it's tidings of comfort and joy, and it's tidings of comfort and joy. From God that is our Father, the blessed angels came, unto some certain shepherds the tidings of the same, that there was born in Bethlehem the Son of God by name. And it's tidings of comfort and joy, and it's tidings of comfort and joy. Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this place, like we true loving brethren each other to embrace. This holy tide of Christmas is drawing on apace, and it's tidings of comfort and joy, and it's tidings of comfort and joy.
Marley was dead to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Scrooge signed it, and so Marley was buried, properly by the book.
Marley was dead as a doornail.
Remember, Marley was dead, and Scrooge knew it, for Scrooge and he were partners for I don't know how many years.
There is no doubt that Marley was dead.
Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it was on the sign years after Marley was gone. Clearly painted on the sign above the door, Scrooge and Marley.
The established business was known for decades as Scrooge and Marley.
People who didn't know better called Scrooge Scrooge, and sometimes Marley, but he answered to both names. It was all the same to him, but remember, Marley's dead. Dead as a doornail.
Dead, already established. There can be no doubt of that. Marley was dead.
No. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of this story. Oh, look over there. There's the old cuss now. I'll speak to him. Oh, Mr. Scrooge. Mr. Scrooge.
What is it? Go away.
Scrooge was a tight-fisted, bear-down, work-hard, nose-to-the-grindstone cuss. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner. Hard and sharp as flint, secretive and self-contained, solitary as an oyster. But on this day, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, Scrooge was the same. Scrooge sat busy in his counting house, his eye on his clerk, Bob Cratchit. Bob sat at his desk copying letters for Mr. Scrooge, stopping occasionally to rub his hands for warmth. Stoking a fire is money, so the offices were kept cold. Bob looked up from his desk in time to see just outside, crossing the street, a young man bounding toward him and the front door. And there, under the sign that read Scrooge and Marley, the door flung open.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Oh, Bob, a humbug.
Christmas, a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry, huh? You're poor enough.
Oh, come then. What right have you to be dismal? What reason do you be so morose? You're rich enough.
Bah humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
Oh, what else can I be when I live in such a world with fools as this, eh? Merry Christmas. Out upon your Merry Christmas. What's Christmas but a time for paying bills without money, eh? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? If I could work my will, every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle.
Oh, nephew! Keep Christmas in your own way, and I'll keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it.
Well, leave it then. Leave it alone, huh? Much good it may do you. Much good it has ever done you.
There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I've not profited, I dare say. Christmas is among the rest. But I'm sure I've always thought of Christmas time as a good time. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of people below them as if they really were fellow passengers on the journey, and not another race of creatures just bounding on other journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good. And it will do me good. And I say God bless it.
Hear, hear. Let me hear another word, another sound from you, Bob Cratchit, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. And as for you, nephew, you're quite a powerful speaker. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow. Come see us.
I'll see you first.
Uncle! But why? Why?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. Very good afternoon.
Nay, Uncle. You never came to see me before that happened. Why give that as a reason for not coming now?
That's good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why cannot we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry, with all my heart, to find you so resolute, but I have made the trial in homage to Christmas.
Oh.
And I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
And to you too, Bob Cratchit. A very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you, sir. And the same warm wishes to you.
The best to your family.
Oh, thank you, sir. Good day.
Well, there's another fellow, my clerk. 15 shillings a week and a wife and a family talking about a Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam.
Sir.
What is it, Cratchit?
2 at the door, sir.
Oh.
Scrooge and Marley, I believe.
Yes?
Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Well, we have no doubt his liberality is well represented by his surviving partner.
Liberality?
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comfort, sir.
Yeah, are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are. Still, I wish I could say they were not.
Well, the treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor, then?
Yes, very busy, sir.
Oh, I was afraid that, from what you said at first, that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. Well, I'm very glad to hear it.
Under the impression that they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind or body to the multitude, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. We choose this time because it is a time of all other when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me what I wish, gentlemen, that is my answer. I do not make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I have mentioned. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there.
And many would rather die.
Oh, well, if they had rather die, then they had better do it. and decrease the surplus population. Huh? Besides, excuse me, I don't know that.
But you might know that.
It's not my business. It's enough for a man to understand his own business, and not to interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. And so, good afternoon. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Liberality.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Cratchit.
Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day
Cratchit.
to save our souls from Satan's power when we were gone astray. And it's tidings of comfort.
Humbug! Oh, God, shut the door, Mr. Cratchit, would you?
Yes, sir.
What was that, Cratchit?
What was what, sir?
Humbug.
Scrooge. 'Tis the hour, sir. It's been a productive week, I dare say.
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop you half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, I'll be bound, And yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
It's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December, huh? Well, I suppose you must have the whole day, Well, be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Bah! Humbug!
And it's tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. And it's tidings of comfort and joy.
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, walked down the street to his apartments, unlocked his usual door, climbed his usual stairs, down the hall to his usual bedchamber, readied himself for bed. It was a usual Christmas Eve. Scrooge. The room went dark. His candle gone out, Scrooge lit his candle again, set it upon his nightstand.
Pull! Yeah. Scrooge is not a man to be frightened by echoes. Hello? Nobody under the table. Nobody under the chair.
Scrooge.
Humbug! You... It's humbug again. It's humbug still, I won't believe it. Yes. Oh, no! What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who were you then? You're particular for a ghost?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Marley's voice.
You don't believe in me?
I don't.
What evidence beyond we have a reality that you trust your senses?
I don't know.
Why do you not trust your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. You might be an undigested bit of beef, or a blot of mustard, or a crumb of cheese. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Humbug! Mercy! Dreadful apparition! Why do you trouble me?
Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. And why do spirits walk the earth? And why do they come to me?
It is required every man that his spirit should within him walk abroad among his fellow men and travel far and wide. If that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. Ah, woe is me, woe.
Those chains about you, you're fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on my own free will, and of my own free will I wear it. Is it a pattern strange to you? Would you wish to know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear? It is a ponderous chain.
Oh, Jacob. Oh, Jacob Marley, no more of that. No. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give you. It cannot rest. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere.
7 years dead and traveling all this time?
The whole time.
Oh.
No rest, no peace, incessant torture of remorse.
You travel fast?
On the wind of wings.
You might have got over a great quantity of ground in 7 years, Jacob. Huh?
O captive, bound and double ironed, not to know that no space of regret can make amends for one's life opportunities lost. Yet such was I. Oh, such was I.
But you were, Jacob, you were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a day in water, the comprehensive ocean of my business.
Oh, Jacob.
Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
I will. But don't be hard upon me, Jacob. Don't be flowery, Jacob, I pray.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and hope of escaping my fate, a chance and hope of my procuring blessings.
You were always a good friend to me, thank ye, Jacob.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to escape the path I travel. Accept the first of these spirits tomorrow when the bell rings 1.
Jacob.
Look to see me no more, and look that, for your own sake, you remember what we have spoken here. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Jacob.
And from the fatigue of it all, or the lateness of the hour, Scrooge fell asleep upon the instant.
God rest ye, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark he could scarcely distinguish the transparent window from the opaque walls of his chambers. As the chimes of the neighboring church struck the 4 quarters, he listened for the hour.
It is midnight. Midnight? Why, it isn't possible. It can't be midnight. It was past 2 when I went to bed.
Had he missed a day? The idea was an alarming one. Scrooge scrambled out of bed and groped his way to the window. Still foggy. Streets fairly quiet. Perplexed, he thought of Marley's ghost, and it bothered him exceedingly.
I can't. What? Was it a dream or not? Oh, the bells tolling 1/4 past, 1/2 past, and 1/4 to it. The hour itself. Nothing. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Past, long past?
No, your past.
May I be so bold as to inquire what business brought you here?
Your welfare.
Oh, well, spirit, I am much obliged, but I can't help thinking that a night of unbroken rest would be much more helpful to my welfare.
To your reclamation, then. Take heed. Rise. And walk with me.
No, spirit, no, the window? Spirit, but I am mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my robe, and follow. And you shall be upheld in more than this.
Oh, good heaven! Good heaven! Why, where are we? Where I was bred in this place. I was a boy here. Oh, spirit, I had long forgotten this place. So many thoughts, so many hopes and joys, and I long forgotten. Oh,
your
dear.
lip is trembling. And what is that upon your cheek?
It's nothing. It's a pimple. No, I pray you, ghosty, lead me where you would.
You recollect the way?
Recollect, will you? Remember it? Wait, I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years.
Oh.
And here, do you know it?
I remember every gate and every post, and look there, every tree I see. Oh, and I see there in the distance the town. There's the and the bridge. There's the bridge, and it's the church down there, and the river. Oh, the river. Oh, the winding river. Oh, look over there. There's Jack with Neddy Perkins. I know those children. But hello.
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us.
But I know them, Spirit. I know those children.
Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year.
Oh, love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail. No, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you! Merry Christmas! What's a Merry Christmas to me? What good has it ever been to me?
The school is not quite deserted, is it? A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
Yes, I know it. Yes, I know it, Spirit. Oh, there, poor boy. Oh, the poor boy. I wish that... Oh, but it's too late.
Oh, what's the matter?
Nothing. It's nothing. There was a boy. A boy was singing a Christmas carol at my door last night, and I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Let's see, another Christmas.
Oh, where? Why?
Ebenezer, my dear brother.
Fan,
dear Fan, how are you?
I've come to bring you home, dear brother. To bring you home.
Home, dear sister?
Home, little Fan.
Yes, home for good and all. Home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. That home is like heaven. He spoke so gently to me one night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask him once more if you might come home. And he said, yes, you should, and sent me in a coach to bring you. And you are never to come back here. But first, we're to be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world.
Oh, Fan, hold my hand.
My dearest, dearest sister.
Shall we? Can you believe it, dear brother? Home at last. Come on then, my dear Ebenezer.
Always such a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
She had. You're right. I'll not gainsay it, Spirit. God forbid.
She died a woman, and had, as I think, children.
One child.
True. Your nephew. Touch my robe.
Oh! Oh!
Know this place?
Why, know it? Why, I apprenticed here. Why, it's old Fezziwig. Oh, bless my heart, it's Fezziwig alive again. Oh, what a dear man he was.
What's the matter?
It's nothing. Oh, Spirit, I should like to be able to say something to my clerk just now, but that's all. You see, my clerk has a daughter about the same age as little Fan, my sister.
That's not nothing, I think. My time grows short. Quick.
Oh, Spirit. Oh, Spirit, what do you show me? It's her. It's Belle. I see Belle. Belle, Annabelle. Oh my God. Belle, Annabelle, oh, Spirit. It's...
Annabelle.
It matters little to you, very little Ebenezer. Another idol has displaced me, and if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, as I would have tried to do, I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one.
A golden one.
Oh,
This,
Belle,
then,
Belle.
is the even-handed dealing of the world. There is nothing on which it is so hard as poverty, and there is nothing it professes to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You fear the world too much. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one, until the master passion gain engrosses you.
What gain, even as I've grown much wiser? What then? I am not changed towards you. Am I?
Our contract is an old one. It was made when we were both poor and content to be poor, until in good season we could improve our worldly fortune by our patient industry. You are changed, Ebenezer. You are another man.
You're a fool. You're a fool. Now say something.
How often and how keenly I have thought of this, I will not say. It is enough that I have thought of it and can release you.
Have I sought release of you?
In words. No. Never.
In what then?
In a changed nature. In an altered spirit. In everything that made my love of any value in your sight. Do I know that regret will surely follow? I do. And still I release you. With a full heart, for the love of him you once were.
No, say something, speak to her.
May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
You fool, you fool, you fool! Oh, Spirit! Show me no more! Conduct me home. Why do you delight in torturing me?
One shadow more.
No more. No more, I do not wish to see, Spirit. Remove me from this place.
Oh, I told you these were shadows of the things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Leave me, take me back. Haunt me no more, no longer.
Love and joy come to you, and to you your wife sings too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year.
He was conscious of being exhausted and overcome by an irresistible drowsiness. Scrooge fell into his bed, sinking into his pillow, and a deep, heavy sleep. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy
hour bell struck through him, and his eyes popped open. Now, being prepared for almost anything, he was not by any means prepared for nothing. Scrooge cowered in his bed. 5 minutes went by, 10 minutes, a quarter of an hour, yet nothing came. No shape appeared, except for a blaze of ruddy light which fell upon the center of the room. The source and secret of the ghostly light seemed to be from the adjoining room. Scrooge righted himself to walk toward it, to approach the source of that light.
Come in! Come in and know me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You have never seen the like of me before?
Never.
You have walked forth with the younger members of my family, for I am very young. My elder brother's born in years past.
I don't think that I have. I'm afraid I have not. Have you had many brothers, Spirit?
More than 1,800.
Oh, tremendous family to provide for. Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learnt a lesson which is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe, man.
Why? What is that you take in your hand to sprinkle? Is there a peculiar flavor in that which you sprinkle from your cup?
There is. My own.
Would it apply to any kind of dinner on this day?
To any kindly given, to a poor one most.
Well, why to a poor one most?
Because it needs it most. Here we are.
Oh.
Know you these poor people?
Are the potatoes bubbling, Peter?
Yes, Mother.
Bobby, Peter, help me spread the cloth. Everything must be fine for Christmas, children.
Mother, we smelt the goose.
I smelt it too.
I'll warrant it's ever so fine.
Oh,
Yes, it is, yes. James, help me with the silver.
Bob Cratchit's dwelling, Spirit. It's the Cratchit house. Think of that. Bob with but 15 shillings a week and hardly a pence from the collection plate. And the spirit of Christmas present.
Blesses his four-roomed house. Yes.
What has ever got your precious father, then? He's later than usual. And your brother, Tiny Tim. And where's your sister Martha? Last year on Christmas Day, Martha late by half an hour.
They're coming. I see them.
Yes, Martha's with Father and Tiny Tim.
Here we are, Tim.
Merry Christmas, Father.
Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too. Look what we found on our way.
Martha, my dear child, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mother. And to us all. Tim taught me a new Christmas carol as we walked from church. Isn't that right, Tim? How's it go?
I think you have it.
Very nice, you two. But wash up, both of you. Go on, Tim, off to wash with you.
Yes, Father. Come on, Tim, we saw the goose. It's in the baker's window.
Father's right. Wash up, all of you. And, how did little Tim behave?
As good as gold, and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful sitting by himself so much, and he thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me, coming home, that he hoped the people saw him in the church because he was a cripple, and it might be pleasant to them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see. How Tiny Tim is growing so strong and hearty.
Come on, Tim. Sit here. Sit next to me.
Children.
Gather round. Gather round. And on this day of days, let us pray. Dear Lord, for these bountiful gifts and for the gifts of family and brotherhood, we are most thankful on this, your holiest of days. Amen.
Amen.
There was never such a goose. Its tenderness and flavor, size and cheapness. were the themes of universal admiration, and eked out by applesauce and mashed potatoes. It was a sufficient dinner for the whole family. Everyone had had enough. And oh, the pudding. Oh, yes, the pudding.
The wonderful pudding, my dear. The wonderful pudding. Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
That's right, my boy. God bless us. Mr. Scrooge. I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of our feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I am sure, on which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. But you know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do, poor fellow.
My dear, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake, and the day's, not for his. Long life to him, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
Mr. Scrooge.
Mr. Scrooge! Mr. Scrooge!
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No. Oh, no, kind spirit, say it will be not so. Say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none others of my race shall find him here. What then? If he be like to die, he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population.
Lula, thou little tiny child, bye bye, lule. Oh, sisters, too, how may we do for to preserve this day, this poor youngling for whom we do sing? Bye bye, lule.
Spirit, where do you take me now? Where do we speed, Spirit?
Hold my robe.
Well, what place is this? I am amazed. Oh, what a solemn thing it is to move on through the lonely darkness over an unknown abyss whose depths are secrets as profound as death. I am amazed. Oh, where speed we? What place is this, Spirit? Familiar? Well, why, that's my nephew. Is that Fred? Well, it's the party at the home of my nephew Fred and his young bride.
He said that Christmas was a humbug, as I live. He believed it too.
The more shame for him, Fred.
My Uncle Scrooge is a comical old fellow. That's the truth, and not so pleasant as he might be. However, his offenses carry their own punishment, and I have nothing to say against him.
I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have. I am sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with my dear old uncle. I mean to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. Think of where he might be, right now, alone, either in his moldy old office or his dusty chambers. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it. I defy him. If he finds me at his door in good temper, year after year, and saying, "Uncle Scrooge, how are you?" so be it. And then to hear him say again, "Bah, humbug."
Oh, bah, humbug. Oh, Fred, really?
Oh, come. Another game. Let's be merry.
Oh, yes, let's play a game.
Oh, well, if you're all tired of Blind Man's Bluff, what game shall it be?
How about yes and no?
Oh, excellent choice.
Yes,
fantastic.
very good. Yes, let's do it, yes.
Good party games.
We must not stay.
Oh, but Spirit, 1/2 hour. 1/2 hour, please.
Fred shall be it. He has to think of something, and we must find out what. He only answers our questions yes and no, as the case may be. Understood?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
All right, Fred?
Got it. What am I thinking of?
Is it a vegetable?
No.
Animal.
Yes.
A live animal.
Yes.
In England?
Yes.
In London.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes. Is it tame?
Hardly.
Does it live in a zoo?
Does it live in the zoo?
No.
But it's a wild beast?
Yes.
Does it growl?
Oh, yes.
Does it bite?
Yes,
It's a horse.
Horses don't growl.
Oh, sorry.
A wild beast that growls and bites and doesn't live in the zoo?
That's loose on the streets of London.
A dog?
No.
A cat.
No.
A swine?
No.
A bear.
No.
Has it been here a long time?
Has it been here a long time?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is it old?
Oh, yes.
Is it ugly?
Oh, yes, the poor thing, it really is.
Is it wealthy?
Oh, yes,
And
indeed.
does it go about London eating up the poor?
Famous for it.
Then I know! I've found it.
Yeah? Who?
Tell us.
It's Mr. Scrooge!
Oh, so it is. And for that, Uncle Scrooge has given us such a source of merriment, it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. Here, a glass of mulled wine, ready to our hand in a moment, and I say, Uncle Scrooge.
Uncle Scrooge!
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. He wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless. Uncle Scrooge.
It is close to my time.
Our spirits' lives so short.
My life upon this globe 'tis very brief. It ends tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight at midnight. Hark, the time is drawing near.
Oh, forgive me if I am not justified to ask, but I see something strange and not belonging to yourself protruding from the hem of your robes. Is it a foot or a claw?
It might be a claw, for flesh there is upon it. Look here. Oh, man. Look here. Look down here.
Spirit! These poor disheveled children on their knees, on their hands and knees, are they yours?
They are man's, and they cling to me, appealing from their fathers. This boy is ignorance. This girl is want. Beware them both and all their degrees, but most of all, beware this boy. For on his brow I see that written which is doom, unless the writing be erased. Deny it, slander those who tell it ye, admit it for your factious purposes, and make it worse, and bide the end.
Have they no refuge or resource?
Scrooge, for shame! Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Scrooge is alone, waiting the next phantom whose coming was foretold him.
I am in the presence. The presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come. You are about to show me shadows of the things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But as I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear your company, and do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Spirit, lead on! Lead on! The night is waning fast, and it is a precious, precious time to me. I know, Spirit, lead on! Lead on, Spirit!
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he is dead.
Well, when did he die?
Well, last night, I believe.
Why, what was the matter with him?
Why?
I thought he'd never die.
God knows.
Well, what's he done with his money?
Oh, I haven't heard. Left it to his company, perhaps. Though he hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know of anybody to go to it. Hey, suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
Well, I don't mind going if lunch is provided. But I gotta be fed if I'm going.
I'll offer to go if anybody else will. When I come to think of it, I'm not at all sure that I wasn't his most particular friend. Me, his friend.
I know them, Spirit, I know them. Must they be so callous upon a man's death? Spirit, I hear you. Spirit, I am inclined to be surprised that you should attach importance to conversations apparently so trivial. But I will assure myself that they must have some hidden meaning, some latent moral for my improvement. But that's my accustomed corner here. This is my place of business here. And the clock points to my usual time of day for being here. Well, I am but a little surprised, for indeed, though these spectral events I have been revolving in my minds, a change of my life, a changed life. But here, I know these people here. I know that woman, that's my laundress. The washerwoman, and he's the undertaker's man. Why, his arms are loaded with my things. That was my father's snuff box. Is this what becomes of a man's remains, Spirit?
Every person has a right to take care of themselves, and he always did.
That's true indeed. No man more so. It's only that...
Just what? Don't stand staring as if you was afraid, man. Who's the wiser? We're not going to pick holes in each other's coats, I suppose. If he wasn't dead, he was on his deathbed and nearly dead. That's right indeed, I vouch for it. Nearly dead. Well, good as dead, or would be at the next toll of the bell.
You stop your fretting. We're in agreement. Who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I presume.
There you go. We gotta live, don't we? If he wanted to keep him after he was dead, the wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? Ah, there he is, Joe. Looky here, Joe. Open that bundle, Joe. Let me know what the value of it.
Wait on it, lady. I shall be first.
Yeah.
You both behave yourselves, won't you? You then, what you got?
Pony up, Joe. Tell me that stuff there ain't special.
A pencil case, some short sleeve buttons, and a brooch. That's all.
That's all.
That's your account. And I wouldn't give another sixpence if it was to be boiled for it. Who's next?
Here. Now, undo my bundle, Joe.
Let's see here. Sheets, towels, a pair of socks, a pair of teaspoons.
Silver.
Silver? Ah, sugar tongs and a pair of boots. That's your account. I always give too much to the ladies. If you ask me for another pence and made it an open question, I'd repent of being so liberal and knock off half a crown.
Oh, you forgot these.
Those yours too? What do you call these? Bed curtains?
Ah, bed curtains.
You don't mean to say you took him down, rings and all, with him lying there?
Why not?
You were born to make your fortune, and you'll certainly do it.
Don't you be afraid of me catching anything. I ain't so fond of his company that I loiter about him for such things.
Spirit, I see. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now. Oh, merciful heaven, what is this? Oh, where are we? Spirit, here lies the shape of a man. Oh, cold, rigid, dreadful death. Death has set his altar here and dressed it with such terrors are at his command. If this man could be raised up now, what would he say, Spirit? Or is there a memory of one kind word to be spoken for this man? Who was he? Oh, Spirit! No, draw back not the sheet that covers his face.
Scrooge!
Oh, Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I shall not leave its lessons, trust me. Now let us go.
Oh!
I understand. You want that I should reveal his face? And I would do it if I could, but I have not the power, Spirit, I have not the power. Oh, if there is any person in the town who feels emotion caused by this man's death, then show that person to me, Spirit, I beseech you. Take me there now. Let me see some tenderness connected with the death. Or that dark chamber, Spirit, which we left just now will be forever present to me.
Come follow me and see.
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them. Shall I continue reading, Mother?
Oh, Tim. Oh, poor tiny Tim. There's a strain upon my eyes, but they are better now. Thank you, Peter. I'll read. I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father for all the world. He must be near his time.
Father's late, but I think he'd walked a little slower these last few evenings, Mother.
I have known him walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder very fast indeed.
And so have I, often.
And so have I, as well.
But he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that he was no trouble. No trouble. Oh, and there's your father at the door. The tea shall be ready promptly, Robert.
Hello, Father.
Hello, Father. Father, pick us up.
Oh, my children, and my lovely wife.
Don't mind it, Father.
Well, what have we done here? Look at the fine sewing of the ladies of the house. You'll be long done before Sunday, then.
Sunday? You went today, then, Robert?
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. But you'll see it often. I promised him that I would walk there on a Sunday. My little child. My little child. Forgive me. I am composed. I'm composed. I met Scrooge's nephew in the street today, who I have scarcely seen but once or twice, but seeing that I looked just a little down, you know, he inquired what had happened to distress me.
He sounds most kind.
On which, for he is the pleasantest spoken gentleman you have ever heard, I told him, and he said, I am heartily sorry for it, Mr. Cratchit, he said, and heartily sorry for your good wife. By the by, how we ever knew that, I don't know.
Knew what, my dear?
Why, that you were a good wife.
Everybody knows that.
Yes, very well observed, my boy. I hope they do. Heartily sorry, he said, for your good wife. If I can be of any service to you in any way, he said, giving me his card. That's where I live. Pray come to me. Now, it wasn't for the sake of anything he might be able to do for us, so much as his kind way, that this was quite delightful. It really seemed as if he had known our Tiny Tim and felt with us.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
You would be sure of it, my dear, if you saw and spoke to him. I shouldn't at all be surprised, and mark what I say, if he got Peter a better situation.
Only hear that, Peter.
And then Peter will be able to keep company with someone and setting up for himself.
Get along with you.
Just as likely as not, one of these days. Though there's plenty of time for that, my dear. But however, and whenever we part from one another, I am sure that we shall, none of us, forget poor Tiny Tim, shall we? Or this first parting that there was among us.
Never, Father. No, never.
And I know, my dears, that when we recollect how patient and how mild he was, although he was a little child, we shall not quarrel easily among ourselves and forget poor Tiny Tim in doing it.
Never,
No,
Father.
we shall not. Never.
I am very happy. I am very happy.
Spectre, something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me, what man was that whom we saw lying dead? Why do you point away? Spirit! A churchyard? Here? Then I am to learn the name of that wretched man who... Before I draw near to see that stone which you are now point, answer me this question. Are these shadows of the things that will be? Or are they shadows of things that may be only? Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends to which, if preserved in, they must lead. But if the courses be departed from, the ends will change. Say it is thus, then. Say it is thus with me, what you show me. Spirit, am I that man who lay upon the bed? No, Spirit, no, Spirit, hear me. I am not the man that I was. I will not be that man. I will not be the man that I must have been, but for this intervention. Yes? Why show me this, if I am at all past all hope? Good Spirit, your nature intercedes for me and pities me. I know it. Assure me then that I yet may change these shadows that you have shown me by an altered life. Oh, I will honor Christmas, Spirit. I will honor it in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach me, Spirit. Oh, tell me that I may sponge away the writing from that stone. Spirit! I will. What's this? Why, it's my bed. Well, then my very own chair.
Yes, the chair was his own. The table was his own. The room was his own. Best and happiest of all, the time before him was his own to make amends in.
I will live in the past, the present and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas time be praised for this. I say it on my knees, old Jacob, on my knees. The shadows of these things that would have been may be dispelled. They will be. I know they will. I don't know what to do. Oh, well, I am as light as a feather. Well, I am as happy as an angel. I don't know what... Well, I am as merry as a schoolboy, giddy as a drunken man. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year to all the world. Oh, hello. Hello down there. Hello. Oh, here. There's the door by which the ghost of Jacob Marley entered. And there's the corner where the ghost of Christmas past appeared. And there's the window where I saw the spirits, that wandering spirits. It's all right. It's all true. It's all true. It all happened. I don't know what day of the month it is. Well, I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. Well, I'm quite like a baby. Never mind. I don't care. I'm like a baby. I'd rather be a baby. Wait, hello down there. Hello. Hello down there. Oh, glorious heavenly sky. Oh, sweet fresh air. Oh, merry the bells. Oh, the glorious bells. You down there, you boy. Wait, what's today, boy? What's today, my fine fellow?
Today. Why, it's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. Well, I haven't missed it. Oh, spirits have done it all in one night. Well, of course they have. Of course they can. Of course they can do anything they like. Hello, my fine fellow.
Hello.
Hey, young man, do you know the Poulters in the next street but one at the corner?
I should hope I did.
What an intelligent boy. Remarkable boy. Do you know whether they have sold the prize turkey that was hanging up there, Nana? Not the little prize turkey, mind you, but the big one.
The one as big as me?
What a delightful boy. It's a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my buck.
It's hanging there now.
It's hanging there. It is? Well, go and buy it.
Go on.
No, I'm in earnest. Then go on and buy it. And tell them to bring it here, that I may give them the directions, somewhere to take it. Hey, young man, come back with the man from the Poulters, and I'll give you a shilling. And you come back with the man in less than 5 minutes, and I'll give you half a crown.
Yes, sir.
I'll send it to Bob Cratchit. He shan't know who sent it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim.
It was with a chuckle that he said this, and with a chuckle that he paid for the turkey, and with a chuckle that he recompensed the boy, and that dispensed, he chuckled till he cried. And then, breathlessly, he dressed himself, all in his best, and at last got out into the streets.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. My dear sir, my sir, dear sir, how do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was a very kind of you to have come by yesterday to my shop. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name. And I fear it may not be a pleasant one to you. Allow me to ask your pardon, and will you have the goodness to accept on my behalf here?
He whispers in his ear an amount of money greater than any expectation.
Lord bless me, my dear Scrooge. Are you serious?
If you please, not a farthing less. And there's a great many payments in arrears included in it, I assure you. And will you do me that favor, sir?
My dear sir, I don't know what to say to such a magnificent...
Don't say anything, please. You come and see me, will you? Will you come and see me?
I will.
Oh, thank you. I'm much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times, and bless you.
Scrooge went to church, and walked about the streets, and watched the people hurrying to and fro, patted children on the head, and questioned beggars, looked into kitchens of houses, and up to windows, and found that everything could yield him pleasure. He had never dreamed that any walk, or that anything, could give him so much happiness. In the afternoon, he turned his steps toward his nephew's house. He passed the door a dozen times before he had the courage to go up and knock, but he made a dash and did it.
Fred?
Why, bless my soul.
It is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?
Let you in? Well, that could be no more wonderful surprise. Come in, Uncle Scrooge. My dear, look who it is.
Can you forgive me, dear, for being such a pig-headed old fool, for having no eyes to see with and no ears to hear with all these years?
Yes, dear uncle. You've made Fred so happy. Bless you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas indeed.
He was home within 5 minutes. Nothing could have been heartier, but he was early at the office next morning. Oh, he was early there. If he could only be there first and catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. That was the thing he had his heart set on. And he did it. Yes, he did. The clock struck 9. No Bob. 1:15. No Bob. He was full 18 minutes and a half behind his time. Bob scurried to his office chair, hoping to be unnoticed.
Cratchit? What do you mean by coming here at this time of the day?
I am very sorry, sir. I am behind my time.
You are? Yes. I think you are. Step this way, if you please, Cratchit.
It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir.
Now, I'll tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand for this sort of thing anymore, and therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
Please, sir, have pity on me. It's only what did... What was that, sir?
A Merry Christmas, Bob. A Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have ever given you in a many a year. I'll raise your salary, Bob, and endeavor to assist your struggling family. And we will discuss your affairs this very afternoon over a Christmas bowl of smoking bishop. Bob, but make up the fire, will you, Bob? And buy another coal scuttle before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit. Huh? Off you go, then.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father.
He became as a good friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew, or any other good old city, town, or borough in the good old world.
Some people laughed to see the alteration in him, but he let them laugh, and little heeded them. His own heart laughed, and that was quite enough for him.
He had no further intervention with spirits, but lived upon the total abstinence principle ever after.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that be truly said of us and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this place, like we true loving brethren each other to embrace. The holy tide of Christmas is drawing on apace, and its tidings of comfort and joy, and its tidings of comfort and joy.
This ends our broadcast. You've been listening to the Plymouth Radio Players, so tune in again next time. And remember,
God bless us, everyone!